ECU updates are like a Windows update for a car. Powerful when justified, risky when done casually. In this video, let's look at the process in more detail. I'll have a look at some do's and don'ts and how things should be done in general. So what is an ECU update? Well, we're changing the software within the module, some of the calibration data and the way the module is going to operate and control the vehicle. Why is this done? As the vehicle ages, components can wear and tolerances can change. This can create unwanted errors. Manufacturers will release software updates to adjust the tolerance values so we don't create as many faults potentially as we go through the life cycle of the vehicle. There may also be convenience updates, emissions updates that weren't done at the point of production. It's a continuous rolling process that is becoming more common on the modern vehicle. Drivers of certain EVs in the marketplace will have noticed the requests to do updates becoming more and more frequent. It becomes almost a weekly occurrence on some brands. If we look though at the older vehicle pool and historically how things were done, it's slightly different. With that type of vehicle, when should we do an update? Realistically, we shouldn't be looking to do software updates to fix faults where the vehicle's been in the marketplace maybe for 6-7 years. Just applying a software update, is that really going to be the correct fix? What we should be doing is looking at manufacturers' technical service bulletins so we can see whether there is a requirement for the issue we have that's going to fix it with the software update. Just constantly updating and sending customers on their way, hoping you're going to make the fix, is not really the best practice. What we should also realise is there is quite a risk in doing software updates. If we don't have the correct equipment such as battery support units, and I don't mean battery chargers, I mean a support unit that's able to maintain that battery voltage throughout the whole process, fitted to the vehicle, we can end up with a world of pain. This of course goes hand in hand with a stable internet connection, the correct software on the diagnostic tool, as in the latest version, and also, if you're going to do it correctly, really the OEM tool. If you're struggling to do any of these processes, you can of course use our dealer technical support service. All the info you need on that is in the link below. Let's look at the update process in a little more detail. What steps are we going to take? First off, we're going to be having the vehicle in from the customer. Usually there's an issue. We need to discuss that with them, gather the evidence. Then we need to recreate the problem again, make sure it is exactly as described. Then we could do some fault code checks. And realistically, what we're heading towards though, is to get to that technical service bulletin, a reason to do the software update. Confirm, check there is a known issue that can be fixed with software. You then want to record the software version that you are currently on, connect to the update, confirm there is a different version, and then run the update. Of course, whilst running the update, as we've mentioned, battery support at all times, stable internet connection. Step through the process, confirm all the prompts that are required, some preconditions, such as the vehicle in park, neutral, bonnet open maybe. There's all sorts of things you need to make sure you've managed to set up on the vehicle before you run the update. When the update is complete, we then need to confirm the software version has changed. We can take the vehicle out on road test and confirm the issue is no longer present. Make sure there's no fault codes logged, reset all of that, and return to the customer. There are occasions where this can go horribly wrong. You could have followed the procedure step by step, right through the TSB, done everything correctly, but when you turn the vehicle back on after the update, you're presented with lots and lots of errors. How can this be possible? That vehicle could have come to your workshop with non-standard software in the first place. It may have had emission control systems deleted and basically been tuned. So after the software update, everything has been turned back on to standard and how the vehicle should be on the road. This has to be dealt with the customer, and a conversation needs to be had. Now we've been through the process of updating an ECU, let's have a look at the equipment you'll require to do that job correctly. You can check out our video on that here.